Hey nurses, Coach Zach here from Night Nurse Fit on Instagram. Maybe you're following the page or maybe you're new here. I want to start making YouTube videos because I want to educate nurses on how to lose weight and keep it off, because as a nurse, it is super hard to lose weight, especially working the night shift. And so Coach Anna and I worked together, we partnered up, and we help night shift nurses lose the weight, get healthy without any crazy diets or doing tons of cardio. And so I want to start making more videos to educate you, because there's so much stuff out there like Ozempic, liposuction, just so much stuff out there that is not going to help you in the long term. And really my goal with this video is I don't care if it gets 10 views, 100 views, 1,000 views. I just want one person at least to resonate with this, because I don't know where you're at right now in your life, and maybe you're struggling and you need some guidance. And I would love to kind of give you my knowledge. I have a degree in exercise science, certified personal trainer, and I've helped thousands of nurses lose weight. So if you're a nurse, especially over the age of 35, and you're looking to lose weight the right way, you're in the right place, because again, Coach Anna, she's 46 herself, has 2 kids, and so she specializes in hormones, blood work, gut health. So if you got a leaky gut, PCOS, menopause, she can help you out, and then I'm super knowledgeable on the night shift, so we make an amazing combo. So again, if one person resonates, awesome. Like the video if you find it valuable. Maybe consider subscribing if you get some good value from this video. So let's get into it. I want to talk about why Ozempic is a bad idea. So you probably know what Ozempic is. Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy, they're basically drugs prescribed by doctors, and I'm not going to go into the exact science of it, but in simple terms, you take a shot once a week or so, and it makes you less hungry. And it makes you less hungry because it kind of makes you digest food slower, which is not a natural process. So it's, in my opinion, not very healthy. It's kind of like backed up food in the gut. People report a lot of sickness and not a lot of good symptoms. And no doubt about it, it works. Let's throw that out there. Like, it works. I know people who've done it, who've lost 50, 100 pounds. The question is it safe, and do you keep the results, not just get the results? Because it's not just about can you get the weight off, it's about can you keep it off, because who cares if you gain it back? And so there's a lot of people that gain the weight back on Ozempic, and I would argue, I'm going to explain why I think that is. So if you're taking Ozempic, I mean, if it's working for you, like, I'm happy for you, but I've heard a lot of people have lost muscle doing it and just had a lot of negative symptoms. I mean, Mounjaro, not as many, and I'm not completely against it if like you're like severely overweight and you just need to get weight off, totally get it. But if you have like 30 or 50 pounds to lose, I'd totally recommend doing it the natural way. And so I think it's a bad idea because it just makes you less hungry. And so what people do is they almost view it as this magic pill, this miracle drug where you do it and then you don't have to change anything. You don't have to eat better or exercise more. You just lose weight because you eat less. So if you're eating 2,000 calories, your hunger goes down in the form of sickness. So you're sick, so you don't eat. And you go from 2,000 calories a day to 1,200 calories a day. And anytime you do that, you're in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. That doesn't mean it's a great thing, because typically you lose the weight fast and you're just not doing it correctly when you just cut calories that much. So again, people lose not the right type of weight a lot of the time. And the biggest thing is if you take Ozempic, you don't typically change your choices because, you just are less hungry and you don't actually eat better foods. You just eat less of what you were eating, which typically, if you're overweight, isn't the best stuff. Now, you might eat healthy some of the time, but if you've gained weight or you're overweight, there's probably some things in your diet that you could clean up, if we're being honest. Then sometimes you got to self-reflect. Like, if you gained a significant amount of weight, your food choices probably changed and your exercise went down. So people who are taking Ozempic, they might have terrible habits, not exercising much, super sedentary, maybe all they move is at work, and then they eat fast food or takeout or just really processed foods most of the time. They take Ozempic, they get sick, they eat less, they go from 200 pounds to 150 pounds, but then they're like, oh, I'm there, I don't have to take Ozempic anymore, which is logical. Like, you're there, so you don't need it anymore. But the hunger comes back. That's the problem. And so what happens when the hunger comes back is you eat like you used to eat. So now you're 150 pounds, but you have the hunger of a 200-pound person. So what do you think is going to happen? Are you going to maintain your weight loss or you're going to gain it back? You're probably going to gain it back. So that's what happens. Slowly, you're 150, you're 155, you're 160, and you just keep gaining it back. I mean, I have so many people in my DMs on Instagram saying, I took Ozempic, I lost the weight, now 25 pounds creep back on. And it's because you never changed your lifestyle. This is pretty obvious probably, but it needs to be said. You haven't changed your lifestyle, so all you did was eat less of the bad food that you were eating instead of eating differently. And that's why Ozempic's not a good idea. And so, if you lost a lot of weight, you probably still need coaching and education on how to keep it off. And that's what I'm about to talk about. So I would not recommend Ozempic because it doesn't teach you lifestyle behaviors. It doesn't encourage new habits. It just makes you eat less. And it works, but are you going to keep it off 5 years from now? Probably not. You might be on and off it, and the hunger is going to come back like crazy when you get off of it, and you're going to gain it back slowly. Maybe not in a month, but you're going to gain it back in a few months, and then you're going to be like, why did I pay for that if all I did was gain it back? So I think a better approach would be this. We need to change the choices that you're making, and I know that change is hard. So if you're eating out and you're not making the best choices right now, you're sedentary, me telling you that you need to eat healthier and cut out the processed foods and switch from Coke to Diet Coke or drink more water is probably like, I don't want to do that. But you need to do it. That's the thing. You need to, because if you're 200 pounds right now and you slowly start to make better choices, you lose the weight, and then you get down to that 150 pounds. But you know what's different about doing it the right way versus Ozempic is you get to 150, and because you change your behaviors, you just wake up and you want to eat healthy. You wake up and you want to take a walk. You wake up and you want to do the workout. Instead of skipping the workout, you do it. Instead of eating at a fast food restaurant, you make some lean protein and some veggies. I'm just using an example, but you eat healthier because that's what you did to get the weight off. And anytime we do something for long enough, that's a habit. 21 days typically it takes of a repeated action to make it a habit. That's what our brain prefers, good or bad. So I think that you need to leverage habits by really making the right choices over an extended period of time, which is 1 to 2 months. I mean, at that 21-day mark, you'll be in a much better spot in terms of making better choices. It's going to feel a little bit more natural. But if you are a food addict or you're a binge eater, it's going to take several months. And typically, you need to get all the weight off. So if you're 200 pounds, you need to get, and you want to be 170, you can't go from 200 to 185 and expect to be healed. You need to go from 200 to 170, and then you need to maintain that for 3 to 6 months, because how many times have you gained back 30 pounds? Probably a lot. And so that first initial 1 to 2 months is great. Get the weight off, 1, 2, 3 months, and then you need another 3 months of maintenance so that you can prove to yourself that you can keep the weight off, not just get it off. Getting it off is actually, well, it's hard, but it's easy compared to keeping it off. A lot of people get it off, but not a lot of people keep it off. In fact, the statistics on weight regain is 95% of people who lose weight gain it back within 3 years. That pains me to even say that, but that's the truth. That includes Ozempic, bariatric surgery, diets, working with a nutritionist. So it's like you are going against the odds when you're trying to lose weight, period. So you really need to think about how you're going to keep it off. And the way you're going to keep it off is obviously, like we talked about, you need to change your choices. You need to start to eat healthy foods on a regular basis. You need to move your body. You need to do resistance training. And once you do that, it's going to become a habit. But you can't just eat a salad every day, put your head down, and expect to completely be transformed. You need to enjoy the food. I can't stress this enough. It's the first step is you need to eat healthy, but if you just eat plain salads and chicken and rice and fruits and veggies, unless you love that stuff, most people don't, you're going to get tired of it. And even if it's a habit, you're going to be like, I want McDonald's. Like, I want crumble cookie. I want Chick-fil-A. And you're going to feel like that food's bad and you can't have it, and then we want what we can't have, so we're going to eat it and binge it and slowly gain it back. So the key is you need to enjoy your food. So as you're losing the weight, you need to have eat meals that you love, where you're like, wow, this is incredible. You need to have snacks that you look forward to. And this is the biggest mistake people make on diets, is they're like, I need to just completely change and cut out anything fun and, don't drink alcohol and no sugar and no carbs. And you lose the weight and you feel pretty good. But mentally you're like, when is this diet over? And that sucks. It sucks to be in that state, because even if you're getting results and you're feeling better and you're getting compliments and your health is improving, in the back of your head you're thinking, wish I could have some chips and salsa. Wish I could have a couple drinks. The key is you need to enjoy the food, so that when you're losing the weight, you're like, I don't even really want that stuff that much. I can fit it in because I have a good plan, and any good plan fits in good foods in moderation, which I would teach you if you come into the program. But you need to enjoy the food, because if the food you're eating, let's say this is the best it can be and this is the worst it can be. If your food is like this on a scale of 10, look at that gap. Okay, this is what you wish you were eating. This is what you're eating. I call that the gap of desire. If that desire gets too big, it doesn't matter if you lose the weight, because you're just going to be in the state of desire of thinking of the sugary sweets, the cake, the ice cream, whatever you enjoy. You're going to think about it, and if you get the weight off, you're still going to want to go back to that stuff, versus you're eating amazing foods, they're healthy, you're losing the weight, and you don't have that desire. The desire is there a little bit, but you're able to fit in those foods you love. And so huge tip for you is you got to, if you want to, I'm new at these videos. I hope you're getting some value. I'm just going off the dome, completely unedited, and I hope you've got some value at this point. If you have, consider subscribing. But I would list, after this video, I challenge you, 3 to 5 healthy meals that you love. If you need help, let me know. I'll help you out. And then 3 to 5 healthy snacks that you love, and then that's how you make your meal plan. You think about what you love, and you put it together in a plan that allows you to lose weight. Now, if you need help with portion sizes, when to eat, what to eat, I'll help you with that. I mean, been doing this for 5 years. You're in the right spot if you need that implementation. I can give you tips all day, but tips are not what you need. You need implementation, you need accountability. I'm going to get to that in a second. But make 3 to 5 healthy meals and snacks, and you're well on your way to losing the weight the right way. But don't just cut carbs and eat plain salads, because yes, you'll get results, but you'll be in a state of desire and then you'll binge. That's what binging comes from. Binging comes from restricting the foods you love, and then you want what you can't have, and you just think about those foods, and then you eventually can't say no to them and you go overboard. Sound familiar? Well, I hope this was valuable to you. You really shouldn't do Ozempic. I would recommend doing this the natural and sustainable way, and you've got to change your habits. I know that's hard to hear, but that's the reality, and you know it. You know you've got to change your habits. You know you've got to eat better, move your body, not be completely restrictive on things, but you've got to implement new behaviors and stop doing some of the things you're doing now that aren't serving you. You need to change, and then you also need to enjoy the journey by eating meals that you love, and then also doing workouts that resonate with you. And I mean, if you hate the treadmill, you don't need to go on the treadmill. But a lot of people are like, I need to go on the treadmill to lose weight. No, you don't. Play tennis, play golf, take a walk. Like, do something that you enjoy. Take a class at the YMCA. I don't know. Do something that resonates with you, because if it doesn't, and it's just like, go on the treadmill because my trainer told me, how do you think that's going to go 10 years from now? You're not going to do it, and then you're just going to be a couch potato, and you're getting it all back. I'm a golfer. That's how I get my activity, and I love to walk, I love to golf, and I burn a ton of calories, and I would rather die than go on a treadmill. That's just me. I don't know if you can resonate with that, but yeah, I'm going to wrap this up here. Here's the biggest thing if you're a night shift nurse. Night shift is different. It's not very good for your body. And so it's important to know when to eat, what to eat, and just have a really good plan in place. And so if you're struggling on the night shift, don't hesitate to reach out. Me and Anna got your back. We care for you. You're not just a number to us. We want to help you, coach you one-on-one, and give you more accountability and support than you've ever gotten in your life. And I think that's why you've not been successful. If you've tried programs, you probably just got a plan, do this, do that. Let me know if you have questions. that doesn't work. You need extreme accountability. You need support. You need to be able to ask questions. You need to be able to get on the phone with your coach and talk it out. And you need that high level of support. And that's what makes this program different. If you're wondering, that's what this is. This is different because there's so much accountability, so much support, and that's what's going to help you stick with it when you don't feel like it, when life gets hard. We also have a 30-pound weight loss guarantee, which means you will lose 30 pounds or we'll work with you until you do. I'm going to link the video to our program, a description of it, down below in the description. Check it out. Let me know what you think. We don't want to pressure anybody. We just want people who resonate and are ready to change their life. Be ready for transformation. You pretty much, to be a good client and for us to accept you in, you've got to have this mentality of, I'm sick and tired of how I look and feel. I'm unwilling to accept it. And I'm ready to do the work. I'm ready to be patient. I'm ready to make a real lasting change and not a quick fix. If that's you and believe you're worth it, you're willing to make an investment, would love to maybe chat with you. It's actually going to be with Coach Anna you're going to talk with. Me and her switch off in the DM. So, you're talking to both of us in the DMs. And if you want to get on the phone, it's going to be probably with Anna, who's going to give you a ton of value. But come to the call ready to go. Like I said, if you want to check out more what the program is exactly, we don't want to leave you in the dark. We want to let you know what it is. It's pretty much going to give you a really good idea of the program. And if you resonate, there's going to be a link below as well to book a call. So if you want to book a call, you can schedule a time to speak with Anna. I'm going to put the link to the video about the program and a link to book the call in the description. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. This is my first video in a while, so a little bit rusty, but really hope one of you resonated, and I hope you have an amazing day. Until next time.